Mornings define men, not by how fast they move, but by how grounded they are when they rise. For those of us who've weathered enough years, we know that how the day begins often shapes everything that follows. It's not about coffee or calendars. It's about mindset. And the Stoics understood this long before self-help became a trend. They didn't wake up chasing comfort. They woke up preparing for life, with discipline, reflection, and purpose. In a world that constantly pulls you in 1,000 directions, what would it look like to reclaim your morning with ancient wisdom that still holds weight? In this video, we're going to walk through 5 Stoic-inspired morning habits that will help you center yourself, build emotional resilience, and meet the day with quiet strength. This isn't motivation. It's a way of living. Let's get into it. Number 1. Meditate on the impermanence of all things. There's a kind of strength that doesn't roar. It doesn't sprint into the day or charge headfirst into the noise. It starts in silence, with a man sitting alone, eyes closed, confronting a truth most spend their whole lives avoiding. Nothing lasts. Not youth, not status, not even the people we hold closest. The Stoics understood this, not as a cause for grief, but as a call to awaken. Before the world gets its hands on you each morning, step into a space that's yours. No distractions, no devices, just you, your breath, and the awareness that time is moving, always. Sit not to escape, but to see clearly. Let your posture reflect the life you want to live. Steady, calm, intentional. And then allow your mind to expand far beyond your schedule, your goals, even your identity. Imagine the turning of galaxies, the quiet death of stars, the unimaginable age of the mountains. Then come back to yourself, this small, fleeting moment of life you've been given. Not to feel small, but to feel awake. Because it's not about cosmic poetry. It's about power. When you understand just how fragile everything is, you stop wasting time pretending otherwise. You stop chasing things that won't matter 10 years from now. You stop clinging to arguments, to ego, to the illusion of control. This simple act of daily reflection doesn't make you soft. It makes you sharp. It centers you in reality. And men who are grounded in reality, who walk into the world knowing what truly matters, are harder to shake, harder to manipulate, and much harder to break. The philosopher Seneca once said that life isn't short. We just use it poorly. So this is your reminder. The day has already begun. What you do with it, how you show up, where you give your energy, what you choose to carry, and what you finally set down, that's up to you. This isn't meditation for the sake of peace. It's training. For clarity, for presence, for living like a man who knows he won't live forever. Let's begin. Number 2, write down your thoughts. There comes a point in a man's life when noise no longer impresses him, when clarity, stillness, and intention matter more than ambition or applause. And that's where journaling comes in, not as a trendy habit, but as a tool for men who want to live deliberately. This isn't about documenting your schedule. It's about wrestling with your own mind before the world has a chance to. When you sit down with pen and paper, or even just a blank screen, you're not just writing. You're slowing time. You're stepping out of the chaos and creating space to ask yourself the hard questions. Questions no one else can answer for you. Before the weight of the day sets in, give yourself permission to be honest. Let your thoughts spill out, unfiltered. They don't need to be poetic or wise, just real. Write what's lingering from the night, what's heavy, what's unclear. This simple act of unloading is more than reflection. It's a reset, a way to stop carrying yesterday into today. From there, shift your eyes to what's steady. As men, we often fixate on what's lacking. What's next? But gratitude is not weakness. It's awareness. Note down the small victories, the warmth of your coffee, the fact that you're still standing, that your mind, scarred as it may be, is still yours to sharpen. Now dig deeper. Choose a moment from the day before and ask yourself, was I guided by strength or by ego? Did I speak from conviction or from reaction? Where did I show patience? Where did I lose it? These aren't punishments. They're checkpoints. Each answer helps you adjust your course. Finally, define your direction. Not a to-do list, a principle, a line in the sand. Choose a value that matters to you, something rooted in discipline, honesty, or restraint, and write it down. Let it guide your choices for the day. When challenges come, this principle becomes your anchor. And remember, even one of the greatest minds in history, Marcus Aurelius, didn't write for others. His journal wasn't a performance. It was a practice, a form of self-leadership, a shield against his own ego and confusion. You don't need to be a philosopher to do the same. You just need to show up, quietly, consistently. Number 3, embrace discomfort every morning. The way you meet the morning sets the tone for everything that follows. And for a man who's lived enough life to know how quickly the day can unravel, the early hours become more than just a routine. They become a proving ground. You won't find strength by chasing ease, not real strength. You find it by confronting small, chosen hardships, those quiet tests of will that demand something from you before the world even opens its eyes. That's the Stoic way. Not the pursuit of comfort, but the pursuit of character. Most people roll into the day passively, chasing warmth, avoiding friction, scrolling through noise. But you're not here to stay soft. You're here to sharpen yourself. Because comfort might feel good in the moment, but it rarely leaves a man stronger. It's the hard edges of the morning, the cold floor, the silence, the early alarm, that begin to carve resilience into your bones. You rise not to escape difficulty, but to prepare for it. Not to be untouched by the world, but to face it with composure. This is how inner stability is built, by choosing, each morning, to do what isn't easy. Maybe that means stepping into the cold water when your instincts beg for warmth. Maybe it means moving your body when you'd rather linger and rest. Or sitting alone, in stillness, with the uncomfortable thoughts you've been avoiding. These aren't acts of punishment. They're acts of preparation. You're training your mind to endure, not just perform. True discipline isn't forged in chaos. It's built in the quiet hours, when no one's watching, and there's nothing to prove. It's about creating the kind of man who doesn't flinch when life pushes back, who doesn't run from discomfort, but sees it for what it is. A tool for growth, a teacher of restraint, and a gatekeeper to deeper freedom. We've been sold the idea that convenience makes us happy. But as you grow older, you realize that growth rarely comes wrapped in comfort. Real satisfaction comes from doing the thing you didn't want to do, and coming out stronger for it. Every morning offers a decision: to remain controlled by the conditions around you, or to rise above them. And the men who choose the latter, the ones who welcome discomfort with purpose, are the ones who stay steady, no matter what life throws their way. This is where we begin, not with hacks or habits, but with intention. In the next part of this video, you'll discover 5 powerful ways to structure your mornings using Stoic principles. If you're ready to live not just efficiently, but wisely, then this is where your discipline starts. Stick around. What's coming next could change how you meet every morning for the rest of your life. Number 4. Write daily intentions, not goals. Most men are taught to focus on outcomes, promotions, numbers, achievements. We grow up believing that fulfillment comes from reaching the next milestone, checking the next box. But over time, if you've lived long enough, you start to notice something. Chasing goals doesn't always bring peace. In fact, it often brings anxiety, pressure, and a sense that you're always behind. That's why I no longer begin my mornings with goals. I begin them with something far more solid: intention. You see, goals depend on the world agreeing with your plan. Intention doesn't. Intention is rooted in who you are, not what happens. It's not about winning the day. It's about how you choose to live through it. That subtle shift, it changes everything. When you operate from intention, you're not just reacting to events. You're guiding your own conduct. Whether the meeting is canceled, the client bails, or the day unravels, intention holds steady. You can still choose to act with patience, to speak with integrity, to resist the pull of frustration. That's the part no one can take from you. That's where your power lives. This isn't abstract philosophy. It's practical wisdom. It's what separates the man who remains grounded during chaos from the one who crumbles. Life, especially past your 30s, becomes less about proving something and more about aligning with something. Intention provides that alignment. It's your inner compass, especially when the map is unclear. You may have experienced this as a parent, a business owner, a partner. You can't always shape outcomes, but you can shape the way you show up. When you focus solely on the end result, you risk feeling like a failure when life doesn't cooperate. But when you lead with intention, every moment becomes meaningful. Every choice becomes a reflection of who you are, not just what you're trying to get. This morning, don't ask what you want to achieve. Ask instead, what kind of man do I want to be today? Do I want to be calm, disciplined, focused, generous? Then, write that down. Let that guide your posture, your tone, your thoughts, especially when things don't go as planned. Because real strength isn't loud. It doesn't show up in perfect schedules or flawless outcomes. It shows up quietly, in the way you carry yourself through adversity, in the steadiness of your breath when everything around you feels uncertain. That's what Stoicism gives us. Not a formula for success, but a framework for resilience. And for men who've been through enough to know that life rarely sticks to the script, that kind of inner structure is invaluable. So tomorrow morning, before the world gets noisy, sit with yourself. Don't plan your wins. Define your way, and then live it with quiet discipline and the unshakable calm of a man who no longer depends on results to feel fulfilled. That's not just a better day. That's a better life. Number 5, practice mindfulness and meditation. There's a sacred silence that exists in the early hours of the day, a silence most men overlook as they rush to meet the demands of the world. But for those who seek mastery over the mind, this silence is not just peaceful, it's powerful. It's where clarity is forged, where self-possession begins. Before the phone rings, before emails demand attention, there's a brief window where you can choose to lead your mind, or be led by it. This is where the practice of inner stillness becomes essential, not as a performance, not as a spiritual gimmick, but as a return to your center. This practice doesn't require robes or rituals. It requires attention. Sit alone in a quiet room. Let the world go on without you for just a few minutes. You're not here to control your thoughts. only to witness them. Watch your breath as it rises and falls, not to achieve something, but to remember that you're more than the chaos you carry. Thoughts will come, some about work, others about regrets, unfinished conversations, unmet expectations. Let them pass, not because they don't matter, but because they don't own you. You are not every thought you think. You are the one watching. This is where the Stoic discipline comes alive, not in reacting to the world, but in refusing to be pulled apart by it. The Stoics understood that the mind, when untamed, is the greatest source of suffering. But when trained, it becomes your greatest source of freedom. And when that silence begins to settle, you reflect, not on your to-do list, but on a deeper truth. Not everything that happens today will go your way. People will interrupt, plans will change, the unexpected will visit. But you can meet it all with poise, because you've already made peace with the nature of things. There's a phrase whispered through the writings of the Stoics: amor fati, the love of fate. But this isn't about resignation. It's about standing tall in the storm and saying, even this belongs. Even the loss, even the delay, even the discomfort. Because it's not the moment that matters most. It's how you meet it. Imagine beginning each day not with urgency or anxiety, but with the strength of a man who accepts the world as it is, not as he wishes it to be. That's not weakness. That's depth. That's leadership. That's what separates the calm from the frantic, the wise from the reactive. This quiet act of sitting, breathing, observing, accepting, rewires the way you face the rest of the day. You're no longer a man waiting for things to go right. You're a man prepared for whatever comes next. In this video, we explored the power of starting your mornings with Stoic intention, through stillness, mindfulness, and the practice of embracing whatever life brings. You've seen how ancient wisdom can anchor modern life, and how choosing presence over panic leads to deeper strength and clarity. Thank you for taking the time to be here. If something in this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your reflections in the comments, whether it's how you start your mornings or what Stoic idea you're working to live by. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. This is a space for those who seek quiet strength, mental resilience, and a more meaningful way to move through life. New videos drop regularly, and they're made with you in mind. See you in the next one. Stay steady.